You think the Ravens are the biggest winners in the AFC North this offseason?
This is a team that consistently is going to be in position to contend because of how talented they are. The reality of it is those guys can play.
The AFC should watch out for the Baltimore Ravens this season.
Players in the NFL, certainly one of the best players at quarterback. They got a guy at tailback in J.K. Dobbins, who I think could be an all-pro. They got one of the best tight ends in football, a plethora of perimeter weapons, some health on the offensive line, a very good defensive line, one of the better young linebackers in the NFL, and a top 5 secondary. And no one talks about it.
Oh, what it is, yo. Welcome to another episode of At the Bank, a Baltimore Ravens podcast, Doug. Yo, this episode is going to be dope. You feel me? Yo, I got what y'all need, what y'all looking for. You feel me? Yo, this episode is most definitely titled Iron Sharpens Irons. You feel me? I believe that this episode is going to be dope because we are 1 week away from the preseason. And I know to certain people, preseason, it's not all that a big deal or not even all that important to you. You feel me? But let me tell y'all, preseason is kind of a big deal to me. You know what I mean? Because the simple fact that you get to find out, who is going to make your 53-man roster. And should they have made your 53-man roster? You feel me? And you get to also find out, who going to get some starting spots. Because there's some starting spots out here that's need to be captured. You feel me? And I believe there's one person I can't wait to sit here and give my opinion on who I believe is going to take over in this starting spot this year. But also, like I said, before I get there, man, I would also like to talk about some of the players that I'm looking forward to in the preseason this year, man. Because we already know that Lamar's probably not going to play in no preseason. Mark Andrews, Marcus Williams, J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, none of the big names that was most definitely not going to be playing in this preseason. You know what I mean? Due to making sure that they can stay healthy, making sure that they are ready to go when it's season time. You feel me? So we're not looking for the big names. You know what I mean? It's the other names that we are looking to see who can actually make this team. And then I understand they're not the big, sexy household names. You feel me? They are some of the names that you be like, who are these people? How did they get on the team? Did they even get drafted? Is they undrafted? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And it's 4 particular players that I can just think off the top of my dome right now who I'm looking forward to seeing in their first preseason game next week. You feel me? One of the persons I would like to see is the running back, Keaton Mitchell. I would like to see how this guy is. Due to the simple fact that right now we still are up in the air about J.K. Dobbins and his contract situation. You know what I mean? I understand that we did bring Melvin Gordon in and we still got Gus the Bus Edwards. But at the same time, man, depth of the running back is always good because as we already know in history that shows, man, each year we always have running back injuries. You know what I mean? Each year for the past couple of years that we always have running back injuries. So it would be safe to say that bringing in a new fresh running back, man, maybe even if he don't make the 53-man team, you put him on a practice squad. Hopefully, you know what I mean? Knock on wood, that no injuries will occur or anything in that nature. But if it's time to call him up, he will get that call. Another guy I would like to see make a splash in this preseason, man, is Charlie Kalor. He's a tight end, man. He was getting a lot of buzz in the rookies mini camps and the mini camps that was early in the offseason. You feel me? So I'm looking to see where he can be placed at, especially coming. I believe he can make that third tight end spot. You know what I mean? Because by sitting behind Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely, that a lot of people keep sleeping on, will be a good benefit and good start for him. You know what I mean? Now you can occasionally probably throw him in from time to time. That 3 tight end set will be dope. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? I still would like to see what type of impact and what type of tight end he would be this upcoming year. Flip it over to the defensive side. Which players I'm looking for is Trenton Simpson. We just drafted him in the draft this year. I'm looking to see what type of linebacker this kid can be. You know what I mean? Will he be featured as an inside linebacker, or will he play more of the outside linebacker this upcoming season? And how many snaps he going to get? How many rotations he's most definitely going to get each game? You feel me? So I'm looking to see Trenton Simpson thrive and mature and grow this preseason. You know what I mean? And another guy that I'm looking forward to this preseason is Jalen Moore Davis. I think I got his name right. Hopefully I do. But he wears number 5. Last year, he was dealing with a lot of foot injuries, and it cut his season short. You feel me? So I'm looking to see what type of corner we getting out of him, man. Will he be featured as a slot corner? Will he be the outside corner? Can he be the number 2 corner? You know what I mean? Because we also most definitely looking for that number 2 corner to actually play that position out the other side of Marlon Humphreys. You feel me? So will it be Rock Yak Shin? Will it be Jalen? Will it be Trayvon Mullen, who just got signed back to the team after he didn't have bad what he lied about his injury? You know what I mean? So far it's not looking good in his favor right now. But the Ravens brought him back obviously because he must got some type of skill setting that can fit in our defense. You know what I mean? But this episode is most definitely going to be kind of geared to the defensive side because there's one kid I'm looking forward to see him blossom this upcoming season, man. I think that we had got a little glimpse of him last year, and I think that this kid is most definitely ready to slide into that starting role. You know what I mean? And that starting role is now vacant all because that we traded Chuck Clark away. You know what I mean? That safety role, that last line defense, you feel me? That last guy that can help make sure that you do not score any touchdowns. You feel me? And the kid I'm looking to see who actually going to be able to start back there this year and looking to thrive this offseason. And hopefully, I don't think we're going to see him play as much in the preseason. But if he do get a little bit of time, hopefully it's just a little bit of time just to, get his feet wet, get him acclimated, make sure that he's able to know what he's doing. And it's my guy, Kyle Hamilton. I think that Kyle Hamilton is something special. And I think that he will do a great job filling in while Chuck Clark has moved on. You know what I mean? I think that Kyle Hamilton has the ability to start, be a big playmaker, and finish to play the whole 16, 17 games. You know what I mean? Hopefully more as we go deep to the playoffs. Because, yes, I got faith in my guys. I believe that we will go deep this year. You feel me? But let's talk about Kyle Hamilton a little bit and his stats, man. Last year, he was a first-round 14 pick. He had 62 tackles. He created 2 sacks. He forced 1 fumble. He had 5 pass deflections. And he had 0 interceptions. But, everybody can't be the interception king. You feel me? But I just think that Kyle Hamilton this upcoming year, man, is going to have a big opportunity and create big opportunities for himself and for the team. I really do think that Kyle Hamilton is that guy. You know what I mean? That now I'm not saying that he's gonna be that guy to run the defense and getting everybody in their spot. He's not gonna be what Chuck Clark did last year. That's going to be Roquan, in my opinion. I believe that's going to be Roquan. He's going to be the captain of the defense. He's going to run things. But I just think that Kyle Hamilton is going to be put in a position where that he can use his playmaking ability. You know what I mean? He's be able to make sure that he is that we chose right. You know what I mean? I feel that Kyle Hamilton will have an explosive year. I feel like Kyle Hamilton, you know what I mean, it's going to be up to those tackles. I believe that Kyle Hamilton is going to make multiple interceptions this year. Not just one, multiple interceptions. Because he's going to be able to have more time. He's going to be able to fit into that defense from start to finish. You know what I mean? And we already seen that what he's capable of doing. You know what I mean? We seen what he did in college in Notre Dame. He was able to make big-time plays. He was able to make big-time hits. And that's a great thing about Kyle Hamilton. He's a guy that can lay the tackle. He can lay the boom. He ain't scared to tackle. You know what I mean? Because we got some safeties out here who just all about interceptions and no tackling ability, none at all. But this ain't the case for Kyle Hamilton. You feel me? I feel like Kyle Hamilton is going to be, he's going to do the job. He's going to get the job done. You know what I mean? I feel like that he is ready for this opportunity. Now, like I said, I don't expect him to play that much in the preseason. You know what I mean? I expect him maybe to do a little bit of dress rehearsal. You know what I mean? Because like I say, I think he's going to be a starter this year. But what he's been doing in camp he's been getting a lot of buzz. You know what I mean? He's able to. I'm hearing things from the defensive coordinator Mike McDaniel saying that she's showcasing his great IQ of the game, and that's dope. When you have the great IQ of the game, man, that takes you a long way. You know what I mean? That lets me know that he's in the film studying. He's in the lab, you know, doing things that what he's supposed to be doing to get himself ready. You know what I mean? He is causing destruction. Disruption in camp. You know what I mean? It got to the point that I was reading an article yesterday that Lamar was on this great drive. You know what I mean? He was marching the offense down the field. And then all of a sudden, Kyle Hamilton just disrupt this play. And it led to an interception. I forgot who got the interception. But it was all based off of Kyle Hamilton because he read Lamar's eyes well. You know what I mean? And that's showing some things now. I'm not saying that he's going to be every, you know what I mean? That's not what his job is supposed to be. But if he can just pick up some IQs of the things and able to showcase what he's able to do, man, tips his head off to him because he's going to be able to do things that we need for him to do. You know what I mean? I was reading also something that he's able to play under great control, which means that he's able to showcase that he's able to play through any type of atmosphere. You know what I mean? That once the pad comes on, I think he's be able to lay that boom. You feel me? He's able to put himself in position. You know what I mean? So big things is going to come out of camp for this guy, for Kyle Hamilton, man. I really do believe that he got what it takes. You know what I mean? And he should have what it takes. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the kid is only 22 years old. You know what I mean? 22. So where I'm thinking that his pass deflections is going to go up. His pass deflections, will go up this year. It won't just be 5. I think he's going to be able to put himself in multiple opportunities to showcase his talent. You know what I mean? Now, the only thing I still would like to see is how he line up against safeties. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be at times that with safeties all lined up against these tight ends. And, you know, we got the Travis Kelce's, the George Kittles, you know what I mean, that's out here and to being the top tight end in this world. But, you know, what's great thing that he has in his camp that's why I titled this episode Iron Sharpens Iron. That's for the simple fact that, in my opinion, he's going against the second best tight end in the NFL, Mark Andrews. He gets to go toe-to-toe each practice against one of the best tight ends in the league right now. You know what I mean? So that's putting him in position to be ready and to be ready for this upcoming season. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure that he's going to have to be lined up against tight ends throughout the whole season. And you know what's another great thing about Kyle Hamilton? He can also play inside the box. You know what I mean? Because like I said, that attacking ability I talked about can come into effect. Great. You know what I mean? Because like I said, if you can slide him into a box, which means now you don't have to put another linebacker on the field. You can keep your dime nickel look. You know what I mean? So I feel like Kyle Hamilton is most definitely almost like a switch army knife. Just a little bit. Because, you know what I mean? In my opinion, we have 2 switch army knives in our camp that can play. Kyle Hamilton can slide down the box and play that linebacker position just a little bit, that hybrid linebacker position, as y'all should say. And we also got Brandon Stevens, who can slide from corner that also can drop back into safety. You know what I mean? So that's why I was saying that this defense is now open up to like multiple different looks and multiple different things that it can kind of confuse the quarterback and the offensive coordinator a little bit. Just saying like, yo, what the hell? How do we play this? How? You know what I mean? It gets you frustrating, and it gives us the defense more advantage because the quicker we can get these people and get this offense off the field, the quicker our offense can come back on the field and showcase what they had. You know what I mean? I believe that our defense can be in the top 10 ranking this year. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's also going to have to be playing behind our guy. I think it's going to be our starting safety, Kyle Hamilton. You know what I mean? So I'm looking for a big deal. I'm looking for some hype coming out of him, man. I'm looking for this guy to actually make some noise. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he's going to be in the top 100 players next year. I'm not saying that he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not saying that anything in that nature. But what I am saying that Kyle Hamilton will be a starter this year. He will make big plays this year. And it's going to put us in great position, you know what I mean, for the upcoming years. Because if Kyle Hamilton lives up to his contract, his rookie contract, man, which means we don't have to go and draft look for another safety. You know what I mean? Now you got Marcus Williams and Kyle Hamilton playing your safety roles that you feel comfortable with. So that's what I'm looking forward to out of Kyle Hamilton in this upcoming season this year, man. I believe that he's going to make, I keep saying it over and over, he's going to make change. He got a big stage to show his platform. I mean, his playmaking ability. You know what I mean? You know, it's some other positions that I'm also looking for into this training camp. You know what I mean? Let's switch it over to the training camp position, man. It's other positions that I'm looking forward to seeing coming out of this preseason. You know what I mean? I'm looking to see who's going to play cornerback number 2. Cornerback, that second cornerback is deadly. You feel me? And I really feel like it's going to play major key coming in coming out of that second cornerback position. You know what I mean? Also, while on that second cornerback position, man, I'm looking to see. I mean, that third cornerback position is also a key critical for us this upcoming year. I'm looking to see who's going to play that slot. You know what I mean? We got a lot of corners. You know what I mean? And we brought in some corners like Mullet. We also played last year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I hate to say that name, but we already know. Anywho, and I already stressed that I most definitely can see Brandon Stevens most definitely can play that slot corner position also. You know what I mean? And so I can see that coming about. But like I said, this preseason is most definitely going to have to come down to these top positions. Another position I would like to see is the outside linebacker position. Is David Ojobe is that guy. You know, I'm coming off an injury last year. I'm looking to see, can he be that edge rusher? Because that's one thing that we did not address during this offseason for real. It's edge rushing. You know what I mean? Well, I done seen a couple of names had kept coming up to saying that they came to visit and anything of that nature, but nothing landed. So it seems like that the Ravens is maybe almost trusting that we already good in-house. You never know. You know what I mean? Before I get deep into more training camp, let's get into some comments. My guy Pernell, I appreciate you, man. Will Lamar be in the MVP conversation? I most definitely believe that Lamar will be in the MVP conversation. He always is in the MVP conversation. You know what I mean? So I just think that this year he got a lot to prove, and I think that he will prove. So I think Lamar will be in the MVP conversation. Can Roquan Smith be Defensive Player of the Year? Most definitely. He has the potential to become Defensive Player of the Year, man. I can see that, like I said, now that he's coming into a full offseason and a full camp with us, I see things progressing in his favor, in his way, this upcoming season. So most definitely can see Roquan Smith because he led the linebackers in interceptions last year. He came in he came in like third or fourth, and when it came to tackles in that linebacker position. So Roquan Smith most definitely has potential to become a defensive player of the year, and I can see it. And I got my fingers crossed, Purnell, man. Most definitely got my fingers crossed, hoping that he will become defensive player of the year. So yeah, those are the most definitely positions that I'm looking for. Of course, I already mentioned the running back position I'm looking to see, and this wide receiver room. This wide receiver room is deep. You know what I mean? But it should be deep. It has to be deep. It has to go beyond OBJ, Zay Flowers, Devin Duvernay, and Nelson Agholor. Now, none of those names, except for maybe Nelson Agholor, probably won't be seen at all during this preseason. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, we still got some other wide receivers like a Treadwell. Who's still trying to make the team. We got some other wide receivers that I believe that's need to start fighting for either making the practice squad or making the team. You feel me? So I can see that the wide receiver room will be deep this year, and it will go beyond the big star names that we have so far. Something else coming up. Let's talk about training camp updates, man. Let's talk about some of the quick injuries real quick. Trenton Simpson, who I'm looking forward to have a big splash this preseason, John Harbaugh told reporters that he's having soft tissue injury, but is not looking to sit out too long. So hopefully he's able to get some treatment this upcoming week, and he will be able to play this upcoming preseason because, like I said, I'm most definitely looking to see how he's going to play. Rock Yashin is most definitely on that injury list still, but he's nothing major. No MRI came back showing that he had no ligament or structural damage to his knee. He's just taking it day by day. Hopefully he will return soon. I'm not really looking for him to be playing in this preseason next week either. So that's a good thing. David Jobe is most definitely the guy who I told y'all I'm looking for in that outside linebacker position. He is also making his way back to practice very soon. You know what I mean? So we most definitely need these players to come back, be healthy, and to be ready to go. Because I believe that David Ojobe is most definitely going to get some preseason time so he can get some his feet wet. He can get some things going, some momentum going in his favor. So I can see this guy playing preseason. I'm pretty sure that his preseason snap counts ain't not going to be a lot. I'm pretty sure, they're going to work their way into his some high snap counts. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be probably about 10 to 15 snap counts throughout the preseason until he can gradually show some improvement. You feel me? Some other camp news that came out yesterday, man. Camp was very frustrated on the offensive side. They pretty much said that the defense pretty much dominated the whole practice yesterday, and which that shows signs of life of defense. Now, on the defensive side, it's showing good things. It's showing that we was able to that this second-year defensive coordinator and his plan, what he's trying to do, is showing some good things. It's showing that it's a possibility that this defense can be ranked top 10 this year. You know what I mean? That's what the Ravens most definitely have to lean that defense on. We got to make a top 10 defense the only way to make our offense better. You know what I mean? And like I said, iron sharpens iron. You feel me? So if the defense is frustrating the offense, you know what I mean? It's showing that maybe this offensive plan that Todd Monken has got for us is probably going to take a little bit of time. You know what I mean? I didn't see stories like Marlon Humphrey was pretty much was all over the place yesterday. You know what I mean? He was able to make some good pass deflections. He was able to be in the right place at the right time. And he got to the point that, he was able to make Lamar so frustrated that Lamar wanted to become a punter. My man Lamar punted the ball to feel out of frustration. You know what I mean? What else happened? Brandon Stevens also had a big interception yesterday. Now, that wasn't on Lamar. It was on the quarterback, Josh Johnson. And that's showing that's what's up. You know what I mean? I done said that I'm looking to see a nice step up in Brandon Stevens this year. You know what I mean? And it's also showing that, you know what I mean, like I said, it's this offense is going to take some time. This offense wasn't just going to roll out and just magically become the top offense that we are looking for. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some growing pain, and most definitely it's showing right now. I'd rather go ahead and get the bugs out early to be dealing with the bugs throughout the season. So, you know what I mean? That's what I'm looking forward to also in this preseason is to see how this offense can thrive with the second and third unit. You know what I mean? Because if the second and third unit can show it and thrive in it, that means the first unit, you got to get it down pat. You got to show that it's meant for us to run this year. You know what I mean? So that's most definitely some of the camp news that I've been reading and watching, seeing coming out of the Ravens organization this year. So, and another news before I let this episode go, J.K. Dobbins and the Ravens has been in talks for this contract extension. Now, no deal has been made, no numbers has been called out yet, but at least conversation is going in the right direction. You feel me? Because I feel like J.K. Dobbins is an important key factor in our offense this year. I believe that J.K. Dobbins will be in our offense this year, man. So keep the fingers crossed, keep everything right. I hope this conversation keep going right and everything. You feel me? So as I go ahead and wrap this episode up, man, I greatly appreciate everybody that tuned in on this episode. Make sure y'all go check out my previous episodes on the GRYD network, and make sure y'all go ahead and show this episode some love, man. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. You feel me? Make sure y'all give me the wow, my bad. Make sure y'all put in the comments of what y'all expect out of this camp. Well, what y'all think that this preseason can what y'all look forward to in this preseason. You feel me? Do y'all think that this defense will dominate, or will the offense dominate throughout this camp? Will this offense get back on track? You know what I mean? Put all that inside the comments. You feel me? And I guarantee you I will answer all comments. So just please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You feel me? Also, make sure y'all go check out the GRYD network and the rest of the podcasts on our platform. You know, we got Carving It Up with Bryson. We got Real Talk, Real Clutch Sports. We got Outside the Cage. You know what I mean? And we also got my 2-year anniversary MTMO Sports Podcast also on the GRYD network. So make sure y'all go ahead and tune in, man. And as always, make sure y'all go ahead and follow all my social media platforms. It's going to give y'all all the updates on what's going on, some video clips and all that good stuff. You feel me? Make sure y'all follow the movement. You know what I mean? Sorry, I sound a little congested, man. I've been fighting this little cold, this little summertime cold, man. It's kind of winning. So, man, as I wrap this episode up, man, I greatly appreciate everybody that's tuned in, that's been sharing and all that, man. As always, big trust. I see y'all next Saturday